Hello everyone! Today I'll be breaking down my process on how I remade a 4-year-old map art. So a few weeks ago, I was looking back on some very old art and some map parts, and I stumbled across this part I remember really liking when I first originally made it. So at the time I wasn't really doing a lot, so I thought, yeah, I'll remake this. Because I quite like seeing how far I've grown as an artist, because it's just really cool to see. So here it is.
You're something special. You are the little thing. You keep on grinning and this world keeps turning.
Alright, so before I go into the process of how I made this, I gave myself a rule. The original map call was a 48-hour map, so I challenged myself to create this new part within that same time limit. Now, the first thing I wanted to create was a reference sheet for my main characters, as I wanted to remake their design, because, it's 4 years old, so gotta recreate it. So I also went back and reread the story that they had come from, because in the original map part, I didn't give much context to what was actually happening. So in the remake, I added more stuff to emphasize what was happening in the story and just in general. So you might be asking, what's going on here? And I have an answer for you. So this map part follows my original character, Hibiscus, a young cat who has been granted the opportunity to lead the group of cats that she lives with. She is quite nervous about it, but does her best, even if some of the cats in her group don't really like her leadership. So, now that I know what's going to be happening in my part, I created a rough storyboard in Flipclip to make sure, the timing was correct, and to get a basic idea of what things I want to change and keep from the original part. Next, I sketched and refined each shot in Procreate, and once that was done, I started doing line art. So while I made this part, I realized I didn't really enjoy my thin lines that I've been doing for a while. So I opted with a thick brush for this project, and I really like it for my art. And from now on, you'll probably see me with much thicker line arts for my drawings and my animations. And if you're wondering what I used for this project, I used the Procreate pencil for sketching, the 6B pencil for line arts, a mix of the Studio pen and the 6B pencil for coloring, and the gouache brush for shading. So after I'm finished lining each shot, I moved on to coloring, and oh my god. There was a lot of coloring to do. Once I was done coloring, I shaded and created some backgrounds for my part. And since I have some new shots that were in the original, I wanted to make them look unique and tell the audience that time has passed between the first couple shots. And there it is, I'm done. This small part was just so much fun to do, and it was really cool to see how much I progressed, so I hope y'all like it.
You're something